Business to Business podcast. This episode is presented by Wash. Visit the new convenient pickup and drop-off location at 21 Brilliant Avenue in Aspinwall, or click pickupwashdeliver.com and see how easy it can be to do the wash. This episode is also brought to you by One Tom Plumber. Fast, reliable, affordable, 24/7 plumbing and drain cleaning services throughout the Pittsburgh area. Save this number, 412-307-7622.
Oh, look at that. TV beer.
That's pretty good.
TV beer.
That's excellent.
Oh, man, that's a K1 head.
All right.
That's a K2 head.
Episode
124?
124.
I was on like number 60 something.
Yeah, does anything look different?
125?
125, yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. 125.
We'll figure it out.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us.
We have an excuse. The environment looks a little different.
Yeah, we're in a little different location.
So, and we got a side gig. It's a gig economy. Me and Jerry decided we were going to get a gig. We're bartending now.
Dry cleaning and taxes weren't doing it, so we decided to start tending bar.
Wait, you just cheers yourselves? Or?
Yeah. Hey, well, good to see you, boys. Hey. All right, well, now that breaks the ice. So we got Kevin from Sip Taproom here.
You may recognize.
Episode, what was your episode?
62?
62.
Something like that.
Jeez.
December 2024.
Wow.
We remember it.
Man, that was a long time ago. Many beers have been poured here at Sip since then.
Many episodes ago.
So, and then people are probably wondering who's the other friend here? Where does he fit into this? So why don't you introduce?
So this is my partner, Michael Larson-Edwards. He and his wife are partners with Kim and I for a new venture we opened next door called Swing 412. It is a 3-base simulator location, and we opened 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And this might have been what you said in 24. In that episode, you said you had some big things coming.
You know, it's funny because you're right. November of 24, there were rumors and whispers that Gifted Hands was not going to renew their lease.
Right.
So we started throwing around the idea of what would you put in that space? The Friday Book Club people were here, and people started throwing out all kinds of different ideas, from axe throwing, duck pin bowling, anything you could think of. And then
I'm glad you went with my idea.
And then somebody just yells out golf simulator. And everybody's ears perk up. The room kind of went quiet, and that was kind of the end of it. A few months later, lo and behold, they decide to let the landlord know they're not renewing. We kind of jump on it. This is probably March. We get a lease agreement. Him and his wife approached us, said we'd love to be partners, which fit in with the fact that my wife didn't want to put any money into this. So it was like a match made in heaven. And we definitely put money into it. But, you know, we were sharing the risk.
I mean, when you find a good partner, it's not bad being in a partnership, right?
Amen.
So, did you ever have any business experience before this? Or?
No, none. So my wife Maria and I, we'd kicked it around for a long time about doing something, never knowing what. And,
we call that the itch.
The itch. Always had the itch. And we again kicked it around, and book club came into our lives, and then this came into our lives. We became good friends with Kim and Kevin, and we thought more and more about it and said, you know what, why not, right? And so it was either a pool in our backyard or opening a business. So start a business, they say, and it'll be fun, they say, and here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Well, you're only a couple weeks in, so it's probably still fun.
It's been fun the entire time. Despite a little stress here and there, but Kev and I think have pretty similar personalities and laugh off the bad times, but really enjoy the good times, celebrate the small victories, and it's been a good time for sure.
In comparison, this build started in October, so we're going 5-6 months, whereas SIP was 18 months.
Yeah, you got the COVID snap right in the...
I mean, this was like a breeze. And, you know, Mike works in commercial construction. He was the project manager, so his experience was vastly appreciated. You know, I know nothing about construction.
Yeah, well, demo started right around Christmas time.
October?
October,
November.
October 1st, November, somewhere in there,
Maybe you were like starting to frame in December.
Yeah.
It seems like some of these big steps would be made.
So, I'd come to the site and our foreman would ask me all these questions and I would just be like, dude, Mike's going to be here in 10 minutes. Anything you just said, you're going to have to repeat to him. And then he would keep talking, still got to repeat it.
And it's convenient because you're right next door.
Right. So, in having other partners, it just makes it immensely easier to deal with decision-making, stress level, and not just have to do it all on your own. We all kind of have different parts that we're all working on, which makes it that much easier. I mean, nice guy Dave, man, that guy's been trying to franchise Sip since we opened. and my answer was always never going to do it. Because one was just really, really tough. But doing this was so much easier. I mean, I'm not opposed to it at this point.
Right.
Because, if you have partners, it's not like you're not by yourself.
Right.
So that's been a tremendous shift in the way I look at things.
Yeah, my thing is I'm too cheap to hire people. So I'm like, all right, well, the place needs a bathroom and new floors. I'm going to put the new floors in. We're going to put a new bathroom in. And then I'm burnt out. I'm like, I don't ever want to do this again. When I could have just hired a guy, did what I do to make money, right?
Right.
Make more of it and paid someone. And my wife's going to cringe at hearing that because I won't hire someone to do anything. I mean,
Having a partner that has the construction side and you have a financial background, kind of the yin and the yang, so it's kind of a match made in heaven to take on an expansion like this. It kind of works out perfectly.
We
I
just
would imagine.
utilize our strengths in different areas.
Right.
Now,
are you now partners with SIP, or are you still maintaining ownership with SIP?
It's just next door.
Okay, got it. Sorry. Businesses continuing.
Wise move. Wise move to not get into the bar and business at all.
Yeah, that would have been a whole nother headache. Yeah. We certainly explored it and making it one space, and it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
From a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's absolutely the best case scenario to pair something with your business.
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
Yeah, they help each other for sure.
Yeah. Definitely complementary.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been to Shooters. I've been there a handful of times. It's packed every time.
Yeah.
Always packed.
Yeah.
We just got to get this daycare on board back here. Be open for the same hours, like evening hours, and drop off and pick up.
Well, between that and the nail salon and the other businesses in the park, where it's I'm going to drop or the physical therapy PTN here too. Drop my person off there, come here, hit some balls, get some beers.
This corridor here kind of got a real shot in the arm in the last couple of months. We had Burn Boot Camp on. Now they've been operational for a while. Degree just opened up down the road. And then Swing, 3 modern type businesses that plan on being here a long time have opened up in the last year and a half. So
yeah.
And we were planning to partner while we did with Degree, helped us partner on our first par 3 contest. So we're going to have fun games and different things.
Oh, I get the Macho Man contest. They get the finesse.
You
guys right here, babe.
We're doing it.
He's right here.
You're on the podcast.
Jimmy Slice.
He's
been ducking us for episode after episode.
This might sound crazy, but this may not be happening if it weren't for Jimmy. In some weird way.
Honestly.
Wait, so
Give me a number. What number are you having?
6.
6. Hey, you're the candy machine beer guy.
You got to slide in, Slice. You're on the shot.
Are you guys doing this shit right now?
Yeah, you're literally on the air.
Oh, damn it.
It's going to make...
Serious?
Dude, you're there. You're there.
Cameras are right now. You're up there.
It's great for talk radio, my man. Let's go, baby.
Oh, man.
Slice, hold on. You're good timing.
I've never seen him so quiet.
We're talking about you.
Wait, no, you're just going to walk out?
Now he's nervous.
Oh, man.
Now he's going to get camera shot.
That's good stuff. Hey,
But that's the truth, though. Like with people like him and Joe Marone and Nice Guy Dave, Ringo, we had it's countless book club members that supported the idea, as Kev talked about on the past one, with there being a big idea, and now it's become a community down here.
Yeah.
And not just emotionally.
No.
Physically with some labor,
Amen.
connections.
I've always enjoyed, it's close to my house, which is convenience is king, right? But I kind of when I moved over here, didn't know anybody really, and I didn't have anywhere to really go, and I just started coming down here, and it was like, oh yeah, you coming back next Friday? I didn't even get it, and then I'm like, oh fuck, and then the next thing you know, we had you on the podcast, we're talking about book club, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of weird, and you don't know everybody's name one week, and then the next week, And everybody's super nice. So
Yeah, it's modern day Cheers, man. I mean, it really is. And then next door, like you joked about not being in last contest, but now you're in the Macho Man one. Now it's a long drive, so you missed your chance last week. But we're going to rotate and have fun things like that to keep everybody engaged and just be part of the community. Continue what Sip started. You know, I really admire this guy and his wife Kim. You know, they took the first step, right? It's a lot easier coming second, but to be the pioneer and lead it off is you know, admirable and easy to follow. So.
Yeah, and you think like every business you open, right? You're like, it's going to be a win, you know, and you don't know. You're like, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
You don't open it to lose, that's for sure.
Sure as shit, yeah. I mean, they do lose for a while though.
I mean, you know, this idea, even 5 years ago, we thought was a slam dunk. And it's sort of coming that way, but it just took much, much longer. I was not prepared for how difficult it would be to get people just to walk in the door.
Yeah.
But Swing is the opposite. Swing has this built-in following before it ever even opened, which is crazy.
Right.
And the amount of communication that we get, that he gets, just from people we don't know, is pretty wild. People want to do events, people want to do fundraisers. And so I look at the booking list and I see names that I've never heard of, you know, whereas like it's half of them. Half of them are people that I know, half are no. When they come in, I approach them, they're like, oh, I've never been here, but it's nice. But the golf brought them in. It's bringing a whole different level of clientele that either didn't know we were here or it just wasn't their thing. And that's pretty crazy to me. We did a piece for the Trib. People bring that up, which is pretty crazy.
I think what's cool though is it's not changing the vibe of here, right? Like that was one of the things we talked about.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, right. As like book club talked about it, but we talked about it a lot off the record. Was we don't want to change what Sip started, right? We don't want to change the vibe that you've created, that community.
Well, you fucked that up because we're bartenders.
right. Different vibe. That way, I guess bartenders, but we didn't want to change that, right? We wanted it to be an extension of that. And it's been cool that everyone that's come in that we haven't known, as Kevin said, has embraced the concept and embraced the community. And it's been, whether you're members of one of the local country clubs or just live in a neighborhood driving by and don't want to go to 25, 30 minutes away to hit golf balls on your way home, it's been a cool addition to here. So
you know, part of my fear was if opening 7 days a week here, it would water down what Sip is, but it's not necessarily just me. It's like the people that come here. So I don't have to be here for a book club to be fun, right? It's just the people that come and make it fun. And so, again,
well, I'm not coming if you're not here.
I get that every once in a while. I mean, people will text me and be like, where are you? I'm like, I'm on vacation. And they're like, oh.
Well, then I just waved to the camera.
Yeah, right.
That's all.
Or we do that. You know,
we talked before we got on air, is like, with our new shop, like, you almost need to also hire beforehand, because you're not going to find the right person right away. So even if you're not ready to step away and it's going to take a little bit, you start the process, right?
Right.
Yeah, and it takes a minute because sometimes you interview a handful of people. I just had a conversation with a client that just he's got a successful business and he just bought another business, and he hired a handful of guys because he's ramping up this new business. And he interviewed a handful of guys, and he interviewed one. He's 40 years old, and he's like, this guy's good. He's going to be great. First day on the job, didn't show up. And he's like, are you shitting me? Like, this guy's 40 years old, and he was the one. Like, I knew this was the guy.
Yeah, you got to wait a year.
He didn't show up. And he was shocked. He's like, Jerry, I knew this was, of all the guys I interviewed, this was the guy that I was going to be able to rely on. And he didn't show up for fucking work. He's 40 years old.
That's what we always say.
Never know.
Crazy.
Wait a year. I'll let you know in a year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we got extremely lucky. We got approached by some people that wanted to work here and there. And I think that made it, a little bit easier to say, okay, we're We're gonna let it run. At this point,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you
like-
hired me day one.
Yeah, that's right.
See how it
that's
works.
right. That's right.
At this point, it's like
Still waiting to get
just
paid,
let it
but
rip.
we got you.
Yeah, you kind of just got to
We're
pull
behind
it
a bar. I've got no bartending experience. We've got some drinking
I'm
experience.
RAM certified.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, if you've dealt with me, you're certified to do it anyone.
We're about to put this on the internet, and they're going to be like, these two were not certified.
Hey, I married a couple one time in Deep Creek, Maryland, and I wasn't ordained.
You signed a one-day contract. You're
No,
like,
I
those guys
literally
wanna retire. You know what I mean? You
I
guys
was
are
there
certified
drinking,
online.
and the guy didn't show up. Yeah,
self-proclaimed.
Later in life, I asked somebody. I said, "Hey, I married this couple in Deep Creek, Maryland, at the Wisp Resort because their guy didn't show up." And he was like, "Do me a favor, like first thing Monday, you need to fill out paperwork and become ordained because if they ever go to get divorced, like, and they
Wait,
hear."
did they not know that you weren't?
No, I told him, I got this. I marry people all the time.
That's hilarious.
I'm ordained.
That's awesome.
And like literally, if you were married in the Wisp in the early 2000s and you're thinking about getting a divorce, reach out, send me a picture of your wedding. Maybe it's not even legit. Maybe I can save you all a lot of
No
money.
need to see an attorney.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. As business owners, that's what we do. Though we just jump in, right?
I've known you a long time, and every time I talk to you, I get another story that just amazes me.
That's fantastic.
Sarah knew me for a really long time before she met all my friends, and she thought all my stories were bullshit.
Oh, no, there's no.
And then
That's all right.
then someone else would start telling the story to someone, and she's like,
It's like, I've heard that story.
she's like, "You're just a terrible
somewhere."
person."
You're just an awful human being.
So like even with that, like that's what I love about book club when we started coming and you said like you came in one day was you just start making connections.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh's like that in general with 1.5 degrees of separation, forget 6, right? And it seems like everybody's right there, but next door's been the same way. Like I'm sitting down the other day and met a woman that grew up 2 streets over from where I grew up in Penn Hills. It's crazy to me. Like it's not that far away, but never thought that, 30 years later, you'd be running into somebody that grew up and knew where Rushmore Drive was. I'm like, what? That's crazy.
I mean, Sip has a million of those crazy stories, but even Swing has started already. So,
Right.
so Joe, a guy comes in Saturday, rents Bay 3 for 2 hours, and he goes, "Oh man, I met this guy at the airport. That I was sitting at the Minio's bar, and I met this guy named Joe, and he said to come here." I was like, "Oh shit, Joe actually told me about him." And he goes, "Yeah, my aunt and uncle come to Sip." I was like, "Who are your aunt and uncle?" He tells me who they are. His aunt and uncle came to my 50th birthday in Vegas in December. And it's just like, shit like that is just, you can't make it up.
Yeah.
It's organic. It's
I
real.
think this area needed it too, because it's a great central point of O'Hara, Fox Chapel,
Yep.
Indiana. It's
Shaler.
and it's not a bar, and like we're all at that age where like we go to a tap room for a reason because we don't want to be hanging out at a bar all night. But like you said earlier, it's like Cheers, dude.
I mean, it's that, like we're kid friendly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's not, I don't know.
This has more of a coffee shop vibe than a bar vibe.
It's funny.
It's the
when-
California in them, dude.
I mean, when I was trying to pitch Sip, my pitch was it's like a Starbucks. You go to Starbucks for any number of things. And it's kind of the same thing here. You could come have a beer, glass of wine, meet someone, work, do whatever. It was like check all these boxes. You want to be available for a number of different reasons, you know what I mean? And it's been pretty proven, which is pretty wild to me. Not something you ever, it's weird. It certainly has exceeded my expectations on what it is. And now we're sort of just kind of expanding that footprint a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to circle back to a little bit of what you said about either a pool or were you in for axe throwing? Were you to been in for anything, or were you kind of like, this is what it needs to be?
That's a good question, man. I never knew what I wanted to do, and I still don't know what I want to do, right? What do you want to be when you grow up kind of thing.
Don't grow up. That's
Yeah,
it.
right? Don't grow up, right? Peter Pan. So I don't know. But we weren't sold on the pool, right? It was one of those things where, God works in mysterious ways, or whatever higher power you believe in, works in mysterious ways, right? That it just felt right when we heard golf simulator. I'm thinking, man, we're, again, 25 minutes to McKnight Road or whatever. By the time you park and get there, and like you could be here in 5-10 minutes. There's a couple country clubs here, and we just, when we kicked it around, it wasn't just book club that our friends were saying it. It was people outside of there. We started getting people asking us about it organically before we were even open.
Yeah, it's
people
good
saying, "Hey, are you opening?" Which meant book club was mentioning it to somebody because it started here. And all of a sudden it became just this thing, and it felt right. And the pool was just kind of like, meh, it'd be nice to have, but we're really going to use it. And so it's one of those, if you're not all in, you're all out.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh.
And we weren't all in on the pool because we kept debating it, or we would have done it 2 years ago. And so then all of a sudden this came up, and we were like, hell yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, and
Start a business, make some money,
let's
join
go.
a pool.
Yeah, right. Join a pool, exactly.
Yeah, rent a boat, join a pool.
Amen, right?
But
We'll run on your boat, Joe.
And you have I don't have a boat. 2 best days you have a boat is the day you bought it and the day you sold it.
That's right.
We rented a boat. We rented a pontoon. It was $360 for 6 hours. My kids were on there for like 3.5 minutes. They hated it. We forced them to stay for another 3 hours. And they were like, every 5 minutes, they're like, we leaving? Are we headed back? And I'm like, I am so glad that I didn't just roll up to the house with a boat and been like, Daddy financed the boat. 3 minutes, I'd have been like, man overboard.
We got a good rate. We got a good rate.
Yeah.
But but your son comes down here, and he was part of all of this.
Yeah,
So he enjoys it?
Miles is, my pride and joy, right? Between he and Maria, like I said, couldn't do it without those two. Miles, unfortunately, or fortunately, if you ask him, spends a lot of time over there. And he's perfecting his swing. But that was a big hurdle for us look, we knew it was going to be a time investment to get into it. And so he made a lot of sacrifice, and God bless him, he was in every step of the way. But I know you guys know Miles, and Book Club knows Miles, and it almost feels like he's an extension of Book Club. We almost have like Book Club Junior here.
Yeah.
As Kev said, it's kid friendly, and there's 15 kids I could rattle off that are regulars. And if I start, I don't want to miss one name, right? So, but next door, it's cool because it's kid friendly. And so again, extension of here, right? Before it was, let's go out in the parking lot, we'll play football and play catch and chill. And now there's a spot that they can go hang out, play putt-putt.
Yeah, hang out. You might be producing the next pro
watch
out
the game,
there.
eat some churn, right, and hang out. So how cool would that be if the next Neil Shipley comes from swing? Like, that would be awesome, right? But that kid-friendly vibe, I think, is what attracted us to Sip in the first place was, as you said, it's not a bar, right? It's a chill spot, get some food, hang out, eat, just have a beer, nothing crazy. And that's what next door's become. It can get there, but
we'll grab a
but it's not
pizza and
always
bring
there.
the kids over and sit in the corner, and people don't side eye you like if you were in like Deaches with your
I
kids.
probably had 2 people in 4.5 years that weren't happy the kids were here. And that's, what is that? Less than 0.5% of everyone that's come. Yeah, maybe even farther.
And it's funny too because my family, when the dry cleaners was on Route 8 years ago, they had a beagle that came to work every day. And we all enjoy the beagle so much, at one point we decided, you know what, if you don't like the fact that there's a dog here, go fucking somewhere else at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're never going to make everybody happy. And I hope those 2 people watching, they're like, turn us into fucking protective use services or something. But
that's what it's become here, exactly that. If you don't, the vibe, right? And people that come know the vibe. And even swing, it's, oh, that's cool. What's the vibe? We're getting that word a lot.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a lot when we started. It was, we wanted a vibe. We wanted it to be a cool spot to come chill, again, extension of Sip, that you don't have to golf to come to swing.
You can just hang
right?
out.
You could just hang out.
Right.
So on those nights when Sip is packed and there's 3 bays packed over there, grab your beer, go next door and sit and watch the game, or
Heckle somebody.
heckle somebody. That's the thing. It's if you want to work on your game next door, that's there for you.
Yeah.
But it's also there for you come Friday night.
Just chill.
To be chill and fun and hang out, and again, just take your beer or your glass of wine or whatever, your whiskey, and go over there and chill and have a good time.
I mean, there are some things that it lacks, but we'll let Nate edit that part out.
So are you golfers? Was there a golf passion?
I like to golf. I'm not great by any means, but I'll go, I think I played 4 rounds last year.
Okay.
So, and I've probably played a few over here, I'm not going to lie.
He's getting better.
Yeah. Well, you better.
Yeah.
Kim will be mad if you don't.
Jeez.
How about you? Did you golf before?
So I golf. Again, I'm not a golfer.
Like an outing golfer.
I'm an outing golfer for sure for what I do for work, and enjoy going out with the buddies and having a couple of brews. But wasn't working on the handicap, trying to drive it down. But
You are a nice guy in it up.
I was a nice guy in it up. I mean, nice guy is down to a 2 over there or something on his TrackMan handicap. So not a golfer, but really enjoy it. And I think getting more into it, just appreciating the game, and now with the technology that's over there too,
Dude, it's incredible.
It's showing you what you're doing wrong. So now I'm not a perfectionist to the point where I need to be great at everything. But man, I will say I'm taking a few extra swings every day because I'm looking and going, man, the club face is open. Shit, like let's do it again.
What's up?
Let me get these guys. Let's get these guys some beverages
Absolutely.
here.
We're you're room certified.
They got a pop tag. You guys are in the video.
Oh, really? We're in it?
Yeah, you're in it.
It's great now.
Oh, man. Well,
That's good.
You're right in the shot, just so you know.
You're right on film.
Yeah, we don't even need
So
B-roll.
listen, I don't know if you know what we opened next door.
I see that.
You're more
Looks
than
like a very good complementary thing.
Yeah.
We're just discussing that right now.
See?
Awesome.
What do you? Thanks for
You know
coming.
what you should have did before this is open a dry cleaner, because then you could have sat around for like 8.5 hours a day and no one comes in. Get caught up on Reacher.
We'll let you know when the next one goes open.
Joe Franny, Between Two Bridges.
Hey, Joe.
Jerry Kennedy.
Nice to meet you guys. This is Jerry Kennedy.
Hey, Dave. Nice to meet you. Live one bridge over.
Well, right now you're between two bridges.
Yeah. Be remiss to your point, Joe. If something opens up, we'll let you know. Obviously, know if that works. But Elizabeth, the landlord, she's been great to work with, and a big part of supporting what we're doing here, and just been a
that's
very
huge.
welcoming
Yeah.
presence to the town center here.
I mean, the first
need
thing
to
she
have-
said to us was, I want to be the first event. I want to do a fundraiser. Her son's on the golf team at Fox Chapel. Perfect. And that's happening, I think, April 9th.
19th.
19th.
I'm not trying to
19th.
so
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get a second gig. I'm bartending tonight just so I can afford to pay for all the days. I'm about to rest. I mean, I was here 2 weeks in a row. We brought the kids down opening night, and
I can't wait to swing a golf club over there and find out all the shit I'm doing wrong.
we're gonna film
We're
it
in about 30 minutes here. We're going over there, brother.
from all angles.
Let's go, baby.
It's gonna
I
be.
mean, the thing is, there's enough information there for you to correct your own swing.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful for you to maybe take a lesson. I mean, myself too, to really just kind of dig deep. But there's the video camera overhead. You can see the impact of your club face every swing.
Yeah.
Open, close,
crazy.
whatever it is you're doing.
I got clubs.
You could use Joe's club. They've been here for a week.
I'm sorry if I break them.
They're fixable. One of the things that me and Dave talked about was that I feel that this is going to become a sport, right? Like, you're going to have guys that don't want to go and spend 4 or 5 hours at a golf course away from their families. You can play 18 holes of golf in an hour reasonably.
Yep.
And you can be home. And I feel that guys, I mean, you saw last night they had the finals of the TGL Live with Tiger.
That's crazy.
I feel that this is going to become, at some point, especially with the way kids are adapting to sports, this is going to be the sport. Like,
So
you can
I've-
play
It's a
golf
real
like
thing,
this.
man.
I've talked to several people that are associated with various high school golf teams, and the support that they get is minimal.
Right.
They're kind of on their own. It's like, oh, go to Pine Creek, go to wherever. But it's just not, it's an avenue for them to practice. If we can get the high schools to buy in and support
Feedback
them,
results.
yeah, it's
know,
better than going to the
close the
driving
place
range.
down
It's
for an
close.
hour.
100%.
They spend $180. They're in a safe environment. They can get beer to go home with.
Well, you could take some home if you bring your.
Every golf coach knows that, little liquor.
But it's just amazing that some of the kids around here are so good, and it's really all self-disciplined, self-taught, self-coached.
Yeah.
They're not coached, but
And they're given avenues that, a lot of kids were given avenues that other kids didn't have. What I thought about was in 2003 when I started golfing in college, right? This information was kind of coming about. But those statistics that you can get hitting a golf ball over here, people, these rich kids that I golfed against, be like, what's your club head speed? What's your impact angle? I'm like, I don't know, dude, I hit it. I smoke Swisher Sweets. I chew Skull Straight long cut.
You're like, look at my carry. How
I
about
drink
that?
Irons City Light, and I shot 78 today.
Thanks for playing.
But there's a smash factor.
Let's imagine though. That's a thing though. you were a scratch golfer
At one point,
at your
years
prime.
ago.
Imagine if you had access to a system like that.
Oh, just even
Probably wouldn't be talking.
To us there from our
tour somewhere.
Tour's the hardest place to live on, dude. I mean, some of the information that's coming out now with like Joel Damon and some of these guys talking about how much it costs them to even show up and play in an event.
Oh yeah,
Dude, they got like $91,000 out and they're winning $46,000.
it's nuts.
It's like, man,
Do you think that if you put the effort in, the time and effort, you could get back down to a scratch golfer?
not a chance. And if Sarah's watching, which I know she doesn't anymore, she wouldn't allow me.
That's
As
the
soon
most
as it-
realistic take I've ever heard.
Yeah, as soon as it
Like,
started,
for sure.
Yeah. As soon as it started going this way and I got too low, she'd be like, you're apparently golfing too much.
Yeah. We need you back home.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, you'd feel like, so
You don't
go
think
back.
you could get the strength back?
No, go back to when I did that. Like, I would wake up in the morning and I went to Willows. And Willows is like the worst driving range in America. It's tin cup style. I'd hit anywhere between 200 and 500 golf balls before my first class, before I went to class. Then I'd go to class, I'd be there for like an hour and a half, just enough to get my time in. And then I'd go back and hit another 250, 500 golf balls. I did 1,000 golf balls a day at the range. There's no way that my business survives, my life survives, and my marriage doesn't work, dude.
Something's gonna give.
I mean, I don't know how Nice Guy Dave does it, but he hits 2,000 a day right now. Something's gonna give. And not only that, like these guys, the courses that they have access to when you become like that good of a golfer, there's guys that are sitting right now that are +4 handicap, which is a thing, +5 handicap, and they're members of good culture clubs. They're not on the tour because these courses are built different, dude. Like, play Oakmont on the simulator, you'll see it. Like, I was playing Oakmont on 2K, like 25, like,
Forget it.
dude, and you're like, I can't even break par on a fucking video game.
That's right.
You know, like,
right.
it's just the level of competition.
It's humbling.
Yeah.
It's humbling for sure.
In 2003, they had a U.S. Amateur qualifier at the Madison Club, and just to hear guys hit golf balls, the sound of them when they're that good just sound different. You know what I mean? You put your tail between your legs.
We had a golf pro in here hitting balls, and I thought he was going to hit it through the screen.
Break the
He
screen.
broke 2 balls.
Yep.
And I was like, there's no way.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have
different.
the strength, and he's not young, but he's a golfer and he knows how to swing.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
But
it's like a gun. Almost.
Oh, it's when somebody catches one, it's different. It's just
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
different, right?
I mean, I can catch them, and they whistle.
Have you seen the show that's on Apple TV now called Stick?
My wife
I heard. Yeah, I heard about. I haven't seen that yet.
He was an old pro. Like,
Oh, Wilson was?
no, Will Smith, his character, right, in the show.
Yeah, he was an old pro,
Yeah.
and he discovers this kid that's like really, really good, and takes him to an amateur, and it's a good show.
Yeah, and when even at the Open, when you get down to the range and you're watching them warm up, dude, just watch their divots. Like, literally, their divots are in a line like this, dude.
Yep.
Straight.
Whatever they want to do.
Impressive.
It's crazy.
You
See,
know?
a divot's not good for me.
Well, that's why you're an indoor golfer. See, that's why you
you're
might
here.
go pro.
That's why you're
For
here.
me, a divot is a mishit.
They call me the compressor because I take huge divots and I feel like you need to compress the golf ball. So I will take a chunk. Like, my father-in-law is like,
you'll get one.
and I mean, the ball still goes. I mean, it goes where I want it to go. But I tell him I'm the compressor. I compress the golf ball. Maybe he told me I was that. That's but so it's a new game indoors for me. But like, it helps because you're getting that feedback. It tells you how far. Like, it's
Right.
you need to come and experience it.
The immediate feedback is crazy. It's immediate. That thing's accurate to a few millimeters. It's nuts. It's
So the
crazy.
criticism is that it's you're not hitting from a perfect surface on a golf course. But the idea is if you can't hit a perfect shot in perfect conditions, how do you adapt that to something that's not perfect?
Yeah, and that's the thing about hitting all the golf balls. It's repetitive motion.
Right.
That's all it is. That's all you're training your body to do is repeat. And that's why these guys that, are on the tour, they've played that course Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So they've already had a look at it.
Right.
And they're not saying, they're not like us, like, hey, last year at Rose Ridge, I hit an 8-iron, 164 yards, and it was money.
And the guy that lives there now is real pissed.
And I got a trespassing charge, but man, was it money fucking on point. They're looking at that book that you see them looking at, and they're like, well, yesterday the wind was south to southwest. Like they're factoring it all in, and they're just repeating that motion.
That's right.
That's what makes it gross.
Is it even fun at that point?
Well, they drive nice cars.
It's fun.
They have nice houses.
It looks fun. Looks fun, man. It looks fun.
Yeah,
Looks fun to me.
Until you see them in like that show on Netflix. I forget what First or Full Swing.
Oh, Full Swing.
Dude, they're swimming in a pool and they look like they got a T-shirt on with no T-shirt on. I'm like, I wouldn't be bragging that as a professional golfer if I look like that. I'd be getting some swing
Tan lines right here from the side.
So I know what everybody at home's watching and they're thinking, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, we got to show them this. This is like a beautiful piece of art.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Speaking of which, he had a nice piece of art over there on top of the bays. So yeah, excited to show everybody the space and yeah, appreciate you guys.
All right, let's
Take a refill
update.
before we go.
I guess we need some plastic cups. Some plastics.
And now a brief word from our sponsors. You've got a full plate. Kids, meetings, workouts, side hustles. There's better things to do than laundry. Introducing Wash, laundry reimagined for the modern world. Schedule your pickup in seconds via the convenient web app. Wash picks up your clothes, cleans with care, and brings them back fresh and ready to wear. But it's more than garments. From bedding and table linens to shoes, hats, purses, and more. Wash handles all your life's fabric, leaving you more time for life. Visit pickupwashdeliver.com to see how convenient it can be to do the wash. This episode is also presented by One Tom Plumber. At One Tom Plumber, in-house licensed plumbers bring rapid response and expert solutions straight to your home or business. Whether it's an emergency or routine plumbing service, they're your one call 24/7 to clear the problem and restore comfort. Trusted across Pittsburgh and surrounding communities with transparent pricing, respectful service, and true reliability. Save this number for when you need it most. 412-307-7622. That's 412-307-7622. Or visit BetweenTwoBridgesPodcast.com/support. And now, back to the show.
So here we are. Swing.
Episode 126.
That's right.
It's still 125.
Still 125 for another one.
But here's what we've been talking about.
Yeah, this is the gorgeousnness of it. I mean,
This is great.
It is a really
Took
nice
some swings
place.
over here at Swing.
Yeah.
How'd you hit him?
I'm mediocre.
Is it going to make the B-roll?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Well, by the time this airs, we'll be in week 2 of the long drive competition.
That's right.
Your leader in the clubhouse
Hopefully
is
you're
none
still at
other
the top.
than Joe Ferretti. Yeah, I'd save myself
What are
some
you
money.
at? Well, I didn't see it.
296?
294.
294.
Yeah.
294. You got to beat that.
It's got to be in the fairway, folks.
Got to be in the fairway.
I'm sure nice guy Dave will beat it before we're done.
He
With
might
my
beat it right now.
7-iron.
He might do it while we're
Well,
live.
yeah, he's stretching right now to beat it by the time we're done.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, so this space was a gift shop, right?
It was a combination of a gift shop and the leasing office for the landlord.
Okay.
And we took it all.
It's a cool space.
Yeah. It's open, the ceilings are just high enough.
Yeah.
There certainly was some quirks during construction, but I think all in all, it turned out pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think Sarah let us take our gift shop and turn it into this?
Put a simulator in the back.
I think we could do it. There's probably only room for one. But I think this would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to tell my wife that I'm at Degree in the sauna and I'm just going to be here swinging golf clubs.
You just scan in over there, leave the phone in your locker.
Or take her, drop her off there, and then come here.
Just come here,
Drop
have
her
a
off
grab a
next
beer,
door, get her nails done.
grab a beer, and come over here and swing golf clubs for an hour.
Or go there for an hour, Degree, nail salon for an hour,
Yeah.
and then sit for an hour, and then swing.
I'll be like, man, I was
make a day of it.
I was doing some contrast treatment over there, just sauna, cold plunge,
That's
sauna,
right.
cold plunge, but really I was just here swinging a driver.
That's right. That's right.
Listen,
What's
how are you
funny-
supposed to recover?
That's right.
Exactly.
When you hit the ball as many times as I do, you need to recover.
Yeah, I was in a cold plunge for 20 minutes, so I was over here warming up.
What's funny too is like in this plaza, for people that don't know, there's a great pizza shop. Like it's a
Amen.
Pittsburgh pizza shop, Upper Cross Pizza. Like they'll hook it up. They'll deliver here, so you don't even have to like go out for dinner. You can just grab the dinner, Can you eat pizza in here?
Yeah. So their
On the
QR
back
code, their
tables,
QR
yeah.
codes are on the table, so you can order directly. They'll bring it over. They've been huge supporters of SIP.
It's not a New York style. It's not a Chicago
Pittsburgh
style.
style.
It's a Pittsburgh style.
Right.
So this is like the greatest space because you can grab a beer, sip, come over here, drink your beer, have some upper crust pizza, and swing golf clubs.
Yeah, it checks a lot you boxes, like I said before.
This is like between two bridges, bro. So you can go work out at Burn Boot Camp, right?
That's right.
You get a little cold plunge in at Degree Wellness, right? You can come over here and get a little more cold plunge at Sip Taproom. Then you can heat it all up, and then your wife just accuses you of going golfing for the day. You're like, yeah, I did. She doesn't know that you just worked out, got a spa treatment.
It's on the way home from Burn Boot Camp. You just happen to check a couple places on the way.
We've
Sip for one, right?
Look, we've had kind of an extension of book club, right? Book club started with a bunch of us not hiding, I shouldn't say that, sorry, honey, from our wives, right? That's how it started. But then it became just a hangout for everybody. But now we've got groups of 6, 8, 12 coming to hang out after work and hit balls. So here we are.
Great. And you can get you can get anything you want out of it. So like I usually take things to the extreme, and I get a lot out of Friday Night Book Club, which I need to dial back a little bit if we're being honest. But like, if you need somewhere to just go get a drink, clear your head, you don't even need to be bothered here. You could just sit at the other end of the bar and everybody will look at you funny.
I had a lady coming yesterday. She wants to book a party here. And that's one of the things she said. She goes, I was coming here when you first opened and you could be social, you could not say a word. Right. But whatever the case was, you could do whatever you wanted to do. Right. You could sit at the bar, not say a word, doom scroll, whatever, or you could integrate yourself with book club members or whoever, and now all of a sudden it just becomes this like group. And then you tell them about book club and they're sort of been indoctrinated, and then they just come back.
I'd even add to that, we got trivia over there every Thursday.
Thursday, and you bring the kids?
Listen, the Wi-Fi stretches right here. So we're dying for...
You can play the trivia in
hell
here?
yeah, man, we're dying for a
See, that was one of the things.
You play from your phone.
So when trivia was big, and like you get a crowd for trivia, like when you bring your kids for trivia, it can get cumbersome. So this space back here is nice. You can set them up on some putt-putt.
But we're dying for a swing team to beat a SIP team, because it ain't happening. I mean, there's some ringers over there. Yeah. Some ringers.
All right, well, I'll watch the kids next Thursday. We'll send Sarah down.
Send Sarah down.
We got two. We got the Rhodes crew.
Oh, man,
we
the
got tribal chief.
Man.
They finish 1 and 2 every week. It's pretty amazing.
So please come down, be a swing team, sit here, hit some balls, win, be great.
Let's go. Thursday. What time does it start? 6 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30. Yeah. So now that you're here and you're seeing it all put together, do you feel like it's right? Everything happened for a reason. It needed to happen. This is where it needed to happen. Like, are you happy with it?
100%. I wouldn't change anything. Again, this was exponentially easier than SIP. So from my experience, this was like a cakewalk.
Yeah, you didn't know Joe Marone when you were opening SIP.
That's true.
You didn't know Mike when you were opening SIP.
But I knew Joe Marone.
It's unfortunate.
That's weird, right? That's unfortunate. But it's weird that all came together organically. Just one day over there, and yeah, to answer your question, I think it's everything we thought it would be. We had some. It was again an extension of our community, right? Your network is your net worth, and in this case, like our net worth really brought us here, and we couldn't be more thankful for those that got us here, right? You included, right? Helping us out with certain things. Joe Marone helping us out.
Oh, look, that's Flexor's ductwork out there. Shout out,
right?
First time in 100.
Right. Yeah, we got to shout out to Ferranti.
That might be the biggest lifesaver of them all.
Like, I mean, our friends helped us out throughout, right? We had friends help us with the design, with this artwork, with the duct, with the lights, with the design. It was like soup to nuts. Everyone came together to support a mission and to support us. We couldn't be more thankful.
That's when you know you're on the right track to something. When people are just like willing to like jump in and help out.
Dude, they're in here on a Sunday night, hanging lights, hanging clouds.
Without us. Can we get a key? I thought it was like, what? Yeah.
I thought it was funny. We stopped in one day and you guys were, I think you were hanging the board in the entryway. And my wife and daughter were at Girl Scouts or something, and I had my son with me. He was peeling the backs of all the walls.
That's right.
I'm like, where did Graham go? And the girl that was doing that, I'm like, it just was a feel good.
That was Jimmy Slice's wife, Emma. God bless her.
Yeah. So she was peeling and put all his towels up.
A lot of people had a lot of hands in some way, shape, or form in just putting this all together.
It's crazy.
And you're going to franchise this.
Yeah, 100%. We're looking for the next location right now.
As soon as you invest.
Yeah.
I'm only half joking. We've already looked at a few spots.
That's right.
Well, we've talked about this on other episodes with other people. So I spent 35 years of my life hating the concept of franchising. Like thinking that it's just the wrong way to go about business. Like, then we've had some franchises on, and then you start to understand it, and like now I've spent the last 7 years of my life
wanting to
figure out how I can franchise my business.
Well, I think a big part of ours too is like our wives, Marie and Kim, are very similar, and they won't let the quality slip.
And they're intelligent.
And so Kev and I also don't want to ever let the quality slip, but they won't let it slip.
Yeah.
And so God bless them. Like they're here, making sure every square inch is right. And couldn't do it without them either.
I think
Maria's here, by the way.
She's hiding somewhere.
She just doesn't want to be on the.
She said her makeup,
camera.
her makeup came together too good today that she didn't want to show off.
And I think the one thing too is the way that this happened, it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
Right.
We weren't necessarily trying to fit a square into a circle. It just happened. So I think if we ever franchise, it has to be the same situation. It has to make sense. It can't be, I don't want to guess at what might be successful, but you can kind of look at a model, and that's kind of what we did here.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody says. Oh, that next door works with this, and vice versa. That's the kind of relationship we've been looking into.
It didn't happen overnight. It took me 5 years. I think that like we work in businesses that are very unfun. Like, and you came from his line of work.
Yeah.
So when you see something like this, it's like, it's awesome. You guys did a great job. Like, soup to nuts. Like, it's like when you hear it's coming, you want it to be everything you want it to be, and you have your ideas. Then when you walk in here, it's 100%.
I mean, the same thing with Sip. I mean, this exceeded. I could not have imagined that this is what it would look like. Even though we talked about it, we talked about the ceiling, we talked about the lights, talked about the colors in the bay, we talked about all these things. But you don't know what it's like until you see it. And it sort of happened. As quickly as it happened, at times it felt slow, and it felt incomplete, and it was even hard to see. But once all this stuff went up, and it was probably a week's time that a lot of this stuff
came together,
and you're like, holy shit.
Dude, but it was funny because to that point, Kev was the only one that believed me when I said, just if it wasn't for a last minute, nothing would ever happen.
Right, and we talked about that.
And he was the only one that believed me. And he was like, all right, just trust the process, right? I felt like Pablo Torre and the 76ers, right? Trust the process, right?
It's like building a house. Like
that, for real though, it felt like that where we had people say, oh my God, nothing's happening. Oh my God. And my wife, one of them, love her, but oh my God, what's next? Just relax.
10%.
And then boom, it happens.
10% happens, and then 90% happens at the end.
That's exactly right.
It's just like building a house. You know what I mean? You have studs and frames and wire. None of that's fun.
Right.
But once you paint the walls and put the TVs up, it's like everything got across the wall.
And the tough part too is, being right next door, it's tough to see the progress happening because you see it every day.
Yeah, it's like your kid's getting taller. You don't see it because you're with them every day.
Right. Now all of a sudden,
if they go to camp and come back a week later, you're like, holy fuck.
But like this got finished, the lights got finished, the clouds got put up.
This had a wild story. You guys want to tell like a short version of it? Or?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, wow. So we had
another extension of our
we had just been battling with what sort of prints to put up. Do we put up Oakmont? Do we put up the Field Club?
Fox Chapel.
Or are there licensing
You're
issues?
You're going to piss somebody off if you pick any of the three.
And then Joe Marone happens to know someone that can paint. So
can we give her a shout out or no?
Yeah,
absolutely. Michelle Duclois, hook this up. Yeah, I mean, like, awesome.
She has a store up in Zelienople.
We'll get her on the show.
She was moving stores, so she happened to have some time to do this. And, you can go to her clips. She kind of time-lapsed her 3 or 4 or 5 days that she did this. And I certainly am no artist, but to watch her plan ahead and put this together, and it's like it's the eyepiece from the doorway that people see.
Not to mention she got into a car accident in the middle of it.
Well, so that's crazy, right? It's so
First day.
So she starts it, and I think you're in the same boat as me because we're the same. Our wives are the same, as we've said. And I walked in and I was like, "Holy shit, is that done? It looks great."
Yeah.
And my wife goes, No, dummy, it's not done. I'm like, what else? And I'm like, it looks abstract. Right. And I thought it was cool. And then Michelle goes, no, it's not done yet. Give me time. Second day, comes back, puts more on. I go, oh man, it looks better. Okay. Finishes, gets into an accident. And I'm like, but I still think it's done. It looks great for the opening. And God bless her, she was determined to get it done for us to open. And man, now, again, watch the time lapse, and you'll see what we're talking about, where it felt done to the naked eye, or the untrained eye, and certainly untrained, me and Kev.
When I walked in, I thought it was awesome. I saw it day 2, I was like, perfect. Then you guys said she had an accident, I'm like, wrap it up. It's good.
Now it's even better. It's amazing.
People walk, they leave SIP to go out, and they look at that, and it just draws them in.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Where are you in this picture?
Definitely not on the fairway.
Maria found it, but Maria's still hiding. Maria found the picture somewhere and doesn't want to take credit for it, but she found it, and then Michelle brought it to life.
Well, for those of you wondering, it's 3 lakes in Penn Hills. 1, 2, 3 lakes.
Right. That's right. Old Alcoma. I grew up in Penn Hills, little Penn Hills love there.
To his mother country.
Little homage to the mother country, the homeland, yeah, right?
So what else do people need to know, about swing?
Oh boy. I mean, we're here for a lot. It's the same thing. It's the Starbucks.
Right.
Come hit balls, do a membership. We're going to do leagues. We do parties. We do fundraisers. We're here for all of it. So again, as sort of like SIP, it's an extension of the community. We want to give back and support where we live. And so far they've done that, and I think it's just going to get better.
It's awesome.
And that's always been my rub with franchising, that is going to be outside the area. It's just, that's where I think it's a little bit different.
They'll help their neighborhood though.
Right.
So this is a great spot.
Yeah.
You guys did an awesome job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I can't wait to bring the family here. I think my kids would love it. I think my wife and I would enjoy just kind of having a chill night, even with the kids, hit some balls, have a beer, relax. 100%. It's chill. It's a cool vibe.
It's a very kind of inclusive place to do something that sometimes is not very approachable.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of women approach me and ask if we would do like a women's league or a women's tutorial for someone that doesn't want a bunch of people watching you hit the golf club for the first time. So that's another avenue that we're exploring. Again, it's just, I think this is something that's for everybody of all ages, which is pretty crazy. Especially in this area, there's a lot of golfers. So we just want to be available for anyone that wants to hit some balls.
That's one of the things I was thinking, like last week when I was here and the week before, is like older guys that golfed their whole lives. It's taken away from them because they can't see the ball anymore. Right. So they either, if they're a member of a club, they have to hire a 4 caddy to find their golf ball. If they gotta, it's just a struggle for real. Like people lose their sight. With this, they can golf. They're air conditioned. They're heated. It's a great. I mean, you guys didn't invent the golf simulator. Too bad.
No.
So sad.
Not right.
We would have had 1 million more views on this episode. But you did take something that this community needed and put it here. And
I think that's a big part of it, right? And community is not just Fox Chapel, Shaler, Glenshaw, where we're at, right? It's become a community beyond that where people go, oh, I can have a work event there? Right. For what?
It's funny you say that.
Awesome. And so we're there for that too.
I mean, we could bring it up on air because we need to get our ass moving on it. But after tax season, we were talking, we have the merchants. the PA Merchants.
PA Merchants Coalition.
Yeah, they want to do an event out this way, and we had talked about doing it before tax season, but this wasn't up and running yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, once this gets going, so shout out.
We're going to do it here.
Yeah, we'll do it here.
I mean, we appreciate it. I mean, these guys over here, hey, fellas.
Hey, fellas.
Like, these guys just created like a, out of nowhere work league over here. Just
Now you're quitting your jobs?
And now they're quitting their jobs and becoming pros. Well, there's that too, but like,
Over here doesn't matter.
but
I'll recover tomorrow.
That's the bar.
But for real, we're 2 weeks open, and they decided to come down and start doing something on Wednesday nights just to hang out. So like, it's a casual yet competitive. I think there were a couple dollars exchanged over there. That
Who's the boss? First
Entertainment purposes only.
This guy right here.
Yeah, entertainment purposes
Figured it
only.
would be you and a white shirt.
Of course. Right. So like, I mean, but
Get off
like
the clock. Let your hair down. Put an orange shirt on.
But it wanted to be a fun spot.
Yeah.
Inclusive was the perfect word that Kev used. So yeah.
All right, laddies. I'll get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like put the hammer down when it opened. I got all excited. I might have ramped it up too fast on Friday. And I'm in apology mode, and like I need to figure out a way so I'm not banned. Not from you guys.
Well, right.
But
from the internet.
It's so fun. Like it's such a. I mean, if you like to golf and you like to have a good time, even if you don't like to golf, we had our kids that we were playing putt.
Right.
You know, like
That's just a whole nother aspect.
Yeah.
We're doing a handful of kids parties.
You can play putt-putt on this thing?
oh
Yeah, man. Yeah. Can I cue it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our 9-hole 2v2.
Is that what we're doing?
That might be it. You might be right.
All right, here we go.
Nobody gets hurt.
That's true. We're not going to swing it out of our shoes.
Definitely need some
man.
B-roll of that.
But
We'll do that
yeah.
a little bit later.
It's pretty wild. Yeah.
we've known about this for some time. We said we were going to come down and shoot it. I'm glad we did it. There's
Thanks for
going
the
to be
reminder this morning.
yeah, there's going to be a ton of footage.
Good
My
time.
man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
buddy.
Robbie.
There's going to be a ton of footage that Nate can play around with. We really want to promote it a little bit, but I don't want to come here and not have a bay. So we're only going to promote it a little bit.
So you can listen to what you just said. You can reserve the bay online, swing412.com. Yeah, it's a good time.
got some
Come
leagues
down.
coming up.
Leagues coming up. We're gonna do a big watch party for the Masters, so keep an eye out for that.
I'm hoping to help out with that. Yeah. I'm going to help out with that
If
party.
we're going to do a little twist on your traditional Masters menu, right? Some pimento cheese specials here, little egg salad specials and
talked about this on
transfusions.
Friday.
I mean,
We're
like,
doing
come on,
Permani
dog,
Brothers
let's go.
sandwiches and iced
Exactly.
lights.
Get them to
No,
sponsor.
man, we got to do a
We
little
can,
twist on it.
we can
gotta do
play
a little twist.
Oakmont because Augusta's not on the Trackman.
Little Augusta Permani, you know what I mean? You'll get a vibe. Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
yeah. You
so
would
we
just
could
be
do that.
streaming it from a computer, essentially. So
Yeah, and then the other screens, it's just a great. You guys nailed it.
I appreciate it, man.
I'd like to
Thank
say you hit it out of the park, but you hit it through the screen. You know
There
what I mean?
you go. We teed it off.
drove the
teed it
green.
up.
You drove the green on a dog leg par
Hit them high,
five.
let them fly, right?
That's it, dude.
But again, we couldn't. It looks great, and the vibe's great. We'll take credit for the vibe. The look, though, got to go to the wives.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough to Kim and Maria because I know I'm speaking for Kev here. I can do it. We don't have an eye for it, not the patience for it, for the optics and the aesthetics. So big shout out to them, and again, big shout out to Kaya and Miles for putting up with us over the last 6 months.
I recused myself from the design meeting. I did not want to have anything to do with it.
Well, that was like
to the
they
point
killed it.
where Mike is telling me we're gonna put wallpaper over here. I was like, we're doing wallpaper?
Dude, there was 5-6 guys in here in a book club, and you were telling the wives. They said this can't happen.
Can't happen.
Dude, it was all
Gotta
it
get
was
rid of it.
rigid aluminum duct that no one's
Right.
ever gonna see.
It's got to go.
Yeah, well, you
And
tell
now
that
you
to
saved
them.
the day.
They stuck to their
This
guns.
might have been the biggest game saver
Joe,
of
you
all.
saved the day and marriages.
Yeah, holy shit.
You should be a marriage
Good, because it
counselor.
cost me mine.
I mean, maybe that just saves all marriages. Some shit's going down, you just put this over it, and you're like, we're good.
Hey, Sarah, thank you. By the way, Sarah, thank you. Love you.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, I live 7 minutes away. I mean, I'm
let's do some
super
golf.
excited.
But if you live 20 minutes away, come see us.
You live an hour away, you're not going to find a better simulator.
You're not going to find a better spot, like you said. That's the whole
vibe.
corridor. Come make a day of it. Go,
Yeah.
hit the green, hit everywhere here, and
Get
Well,
some-
you grew up in Penn Hills, so you know about beautiful downtown New Kensington.
Amen.
Come visit
Sure
beautiful in the woods Hartswood Plaza.
Glenshaw, baby. Come see Glenshaw.
Come see
Let's
Glenshaw,
go.
baby.
Few minutes off Route 8. Let's go.
All right, well, kudos to you guys, man. I'm glad,
Thanks, guys.
I'm glad,
Thank you.
I'm glad it
This is
happened.
awesome. Let's do
Appreciate
some
it,
I'm
brother.
golfing.
glad it worked out.
Yeah, man.
Let's do some golfing.
Let's go, baby. I'm glad it's done.
Let's go get the putters
Thanks,
out.
baby. Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
go.
Maria, you're hitting the ceremonial T-ball
Hey,
over here.
Maria, come on. One shot.
Yeah.
No, I did. And then Jason, hit 347, hit 347,
296. Jesus Christ, Joe.
347.
That was a good swing.
Jesus Christ, Joe. 296. Jesus Christ, Joe. 296.
Hell yeah, dude.
Caught that on a little downswing. Caught that.
He's got no traction.
Now you got me swinging for the fence.
He's got no traction.
I don't even have socks on, Dave.
Hell yeah, dude.
When you hit them pure, that's...
You hit that Mitsubishi. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that didn't do it.
that, dude. Stay right there. Almost went in the hole.
Thank you for listening to Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. Find and follow us on your preferred podcast streaming platform. Join us socially on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Visit our website for links to all the businesses we've showcased, additional content, and merch. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, email us at info@betweentwobridgespodcast.com. Till next time, make it till you rake it.